Hi everyone, welcome back to a new video, and in this video we're going to discuss about Versa SD-WAN. So I was getting a lot of queries about this technology which is known as Versa SD-WAN here. Okay, so if you are new to this SD-WAN technology, first of all let me give you a brief idea of SD-WAN actually. So we have SD-WAN, which stands for Software Defined Wide Area Network. So whenever we are planning to configure any router or switch or any networking device, we have two approaches to configure them. Either we configure them using console cable access, telnet SSH, but all the time the network engineer has to log into the networking devices to make the configurations. So in large WAN deployments where you have hundred or thousands of sites and thousands of routers connected over the MPLS or internet transport, right? So configuring all these routers on daily basis, making configuration changes, upgrading their operating system, configuring application aware routing and policies is a very difficult task. So that's why nowadays we have SDN solutions, software defined networking solutions, and in one of the solutions is known as SD-WAN. So SDN is a very vast technology which is to talk about network automations in every type of network, either local area network, wide area network, data center network. But SD-WAN is part of the SDN, which focus on wide area network automations. So SD-WAN, software defined WAN. So in this software defined WAN, we have a network controller which is used to push configuration on the WAN as routers. So the networking devices which are connected on the sites are known as WAN as routers. So what we want exactly here, we want to make configuration to this WAN as router. So this network controller will push the configurations, right? So software defined wide area network. Now in this software defined wide area network, we have a lot of vendors. We have Cisco SD-WAN, right? So Cisco has its own solution. Then we have Versa SD-WAN. Likewise, we have FortiGate SD-WAN, Meraki SD-WAN, and a lot of other vendors also offering SD-WAN solutions. But today we'll focus on Versa SD-WAN. So guys, if you look at the fundamentals of this SD-WAN technology, either it is Cisco, Versa, FortiGate, Meraki, or any vendor, you will find that the fundamental thing is identical on all vendors. The difference is in the the graphical user interface, the name of the controllers, and the operating system. That's a difference. Otherwise, you will see most of the fundamental technology is identical in all type of SDN solutions or SD-WAN solutions. So let's talk about SD-WAN solution from Versa here. Versa SD-WAN. So in each type of SD-WAN solutions, we have two main components. First component is known as the controllers, or you can say the centralized controllers. They're deployed on a server and they can make configuration or they can push configuration from there to the networking appliances or to the router. So we have the centralized controller and then we have the WAN as routers. The routers connected at the boundary of each and every network or which is providing connectivity to a local area network to the wide area network. Those routers are known as the WAN as routers. So we have centralized controller and we have the WAN as routers. Now in Versa SD-WAN, we have controllers like we have Versa Director, Versa Analytics, and we have Versa name as controller. Then in the WAN as router, we have Versa as router. So similar to Cisco SD-WAN, Versa SD-WAN also has three controllers here: Versa Director, Versa Analytics, and Versa Controller. So they have their own set of operations, or you can say the responsibilities in the SD-WAN solution. Likewise, the WAN as router. So we have a controller. They are installed on a server, let's say, which is located in the data center network. So I have the Versa Director here. Then we have the analytics, as well as we have the controllers, right? And then this is, let's say, site 1. This is site 2. And on these sites, we have the VNS routers or Versa VNS routers. Now these routers must be reachable to the controllers, right? So you might have transport, like you can have internet transport, or you can have the MPLS transport. So direct internet access is supported in Versa SD-WAN also, and they are connected to this, right? So the first thing we have to make sure is that the VNS routers or Versa VNS routers should be reachable to the controllers, like director, analytics, and controllers. Once they are onboarded, then we'll push the configuration to the routers, right? Then the routers, the Versa SD-WAN routers, they can communicate with each other directly. They don't need to go to the controller for the data plane traffic. So if they want to communicate with each other, the communication is direct. But if they want to make the configurations, you'll make the configuration on director. Director will push the configuration to the routers. So it is similar to Cisco SD-WAN, but the process is different, okay? And the naming convention is also different here. Then the controllers can be installed on premise, or you can install these controllers on cloud also. We just have to make sure that the networking devices or the VNS router should be reachable to the controllers, director, analytics, as well as the controller here. Okay, that's the agenda of Versa SD-WAN. Analytics is here. Now, if we put it in simple words, the Versa SD-WAN, the Versa director is here for the management plane. Like if you want to make the configuration on the VNS routers, you'll make it from the Versa director. Then the Versa analytics, as its name suggests, is it for the visibility plane. And then we have the Versa controller. This is for the control plane information. And you can relate this Versa controller to Viptela vSmart, and you can compare this Versa director to Viptela vManage. So in Viptela, we have vManage. Similarly, we have Versa director here. In Viptela, we have Viptela vSmart. Likewise, we have Versa controller here. And we have Viptela analytics also. Similarly, we have analytics. Now in this, we have these two controllers, the director and the analytics. You can access them through CLI as well as GUI. The analytics also give us CLI access, but GUI access is also available for the analytics. Okay, then we have the VNS routers. So VNS routers are here for what? For the data plane traffic. Data plane traffic means we have appliances here connected, site 1, site 2. They'll send traffic to the router. Router wants to raise to the router 2 and the host. The communication is encrypted. Okay, but yeah, the routers are for the data plane. They're responsible for the data plane in the network. That's a basic idea about Versa SD-WAN, and these are the controllers we have. Okay, in the upcoming video, we'll talk about the installation of the Versa SD-WAN controllers, how to get the images, how to add those images in EVE-NG, and then how to get the GUI access of director. What is the configuration required on the CLI first? Like the initial setup is required in the director. Once you do the initial setup, after that you can access the GUI. And once you access the GUI, then you can add the V analytics as well as the controller here. Okay. So that's all for this video, guys. That was just a quick introduction to Versa SD-WAN, the names of the controller and their responsibilities. In the upcoming class, we'll discuss about Versa Director, Versa Analytics, Versa Controller separately. And then we'll do the installation on EVE-NG also. Till then, make sure you subscribe our YouTube channel and stay tuned, guys. Have a good day.